first and 10. Here's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Here's Fields. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Elliott is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Gun.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. They go play action with Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Open man downfield. That's Smith-Schuster.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And this is picked up by the Bears.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
6-0 our score after one.
Here we go, here we go.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
11.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's good for the Chicago Bears. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Now Burrow on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The Bears at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on
Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
11 MP, Tate. 11 MP.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man right side is Shark.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
They got a man downfield. It's Duvernay.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Chicago Bears. First and 10.
Burrow on play action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Devin Duvernay.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Santos with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown here, Santos, to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Lions have regained the lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On 1, ready? 11 MT, paint! 11 MT, paint!
Here's Burrow. This is caught. It's Cooks. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. They're trying to find Shark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard.
Here's Fields.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Juju Smith-Schuster.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Lions 19, Bears 7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
12. Stop.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize
that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, here's Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And some space here.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go next.
To throw is Fields. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Fields.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Justin Fields.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A give to Elliott running left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. On for the point after, Corey Vedvik. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Lions 32, Bears 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch. Gain at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks, 26 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed, because this team looked like they might be out of this one. But getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Fields out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration
frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
11 mighty.
Here's a run with Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Yannick Ngakoue, just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
counter. Elliott. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Here we go on fourth down, Fields.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Mixon with a first down carry.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
11.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Fields.
And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Fields now to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle.
It's Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a 1st. Here's Fields.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what is really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Now Burrow. Able to connect with Chark.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Mixing up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On third down, Mixon. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. And his kick is good. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out in the end.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Chicago, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.